Hi, welcome to Friday. So today's plans are to start and finish reading Never Tell. I didn't actually start it last night. I sat there and I was like, I'm tired, and I watched like a YouTube video or two just to like, I don't know, relax I guess. And then I was like, I'm really tired, I'm gonna go to bed, which I did. I think I said I'm gonna read Break the Fall next to myself. But the next book I want to read is Break the Fall, but I also have to start focusing on Moringa and Down Second Avenue because I have two essays due next week. So we gotta do stuff, and obviously the German one is going to take up a lot more time than what the English one will. I feel so bad, I haven't actually updated you in such a long time. 40-ish minutes. I'm going to be heading off to go and meet some clients. There's just two that I'm meeting today, and then when I get back I have to create the groups for us, for those two people plus the person who I'm house sitting for tomorrow until Monday, because they're literally in succession of each other. So it just works out better. I thought I'd give you a little bit of a reading update. So as you know, I'm reading Never Tell. I am 120 pages in right now. I had to stop because I was gonna have coffee with my mom, and then she had to work, and then I was forced or somehow tricked into making lunch, which took me a while. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a hot minute to make lunch. In regards to Never Tell, I am enjoying it so far. The writing is quite atmospheric. The setting is quite interesting. We're really getting to learn the atmosphere, setting. We're getting to like learn different things. I would say like the pacing in this book is so good. Like I'm not struggling to get in and get out of it at all, which is one of my favorite things when it comes to middle grades. I'm just worried that this might be a bit long because, you know, like we're still like only something now, like something really interesting has happened, and like we're finally making progress on our journey. I do want to start Break the Fall this evening, but I also know that I have to edit last week's vlog for Monday. I'm really excited to get back into this as soon as I possibly can. I really am enjoying it. I'm so happy with the progress that I've made so far. This is my 4th book for the week, and I'm like high from that, you know what I mean? Like I'm like on this reading high, which I haven't felt in such a long freaking time, which I'm so happy. I've got my reading mood back, which I've been struggling to get back for the past couple of weeks just because things have been so hectic in my life and it's made me so uncomfortable. But like now that I'm able to like actually escape, I'm so happy. I'm living my life. Hi, so an update. My hair is clearly gone crazy. Before I left to go to my meetings, I did get to page 140 of Never Tell. I'm gonna keep reading this because obviously I don't have anything better to do with my time than to read this book at this very moment. So I think I'm gonna finish it off before the evening starts. Basically, I think I'm just waiting to make coffee because I have to make for my dad as well. So it makes sense for me just to wait a second or two before I make coffee. And then once I've made coffee, I'm just gonna be sitting here going crazy and finishing off the book. As I mentioned, I think earlier I said I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna do some admin-y things. So I think I left you off quite a lot like earlier today before I left to go run my errands. I think I was on page 140. I might have said that, or 120, one of the two. I am now on page 233. I'm gearing for the end. I've just had some dinner. I came back from my thing and I just kind of like vegged out, I'm not gonna lie, and then I read a little bit and then didn't read and vegged out more. Like I'm taking it kind of slow, but I am gonna finish this now. I just need to quickly create a WhatsApp group and then I'm gonna go ham and finish this book off. I think I have like 140 pages left to read, so I'm just gonna finish them off, and that way I've read like a whole book today. I could have read it a lot sooner, I'm not gonna lie. I just took things a long-winded way. Hi, so I thought I would just quickly pop in. I have officially finished Never Tell, so I think my rating for this is about 3.75. I think that this is a really great book. It's really atmospheric. The writing is incredible. I just feel like the ending could have happened a little bit sooner, I think, personally. I think that the adventures that Lena went on were pretty great. But I think towards the end, things started to get really long-winded. And I mean, this is almost 400 pages. And even though the chapters are really short, we spend a lot of time in like certain places that I personally didn't think were 100% necessary. But I really did enjoy this. I think it was a really great full circle kind of story, and it was so much fun. I think that young children will definitely enjoy it. It is a little heavy on certain topics sometimes. This does take place during Stalin's regime, so we obviously have a lot of heavy content coming from those concentration camps and the forced imprisonment of those who were deemed un-Soviet-like during the time. So I definitely think that this has a lot of educational value, and I think it is quite heavy on like the more morbid-y things for young kids. This is 9 to 12. I think this would be more for like 11 to 12 than 9 to 10 personally, just like from thinking about how I read when I was 9 to 10. But obviously, you know, each to their own. Pretty great book regardless. I'm off to bed now. I actually have to do some packing, and then I'm off to bed because I have to pack until for the next 2 weeks, although I might pop in on Tuesday to grab some stuff. So basically pack until Tuesday. Hello, welcome to Saturday. Right, so currently I am reading Break the Fall by Jennifer E. Capelli. I am only like 50 pages into this right now. I'm just like so confused. I'm not so confused, but I'm a little bit confused with the romantic interest in the story. First, we get told that our main character, who is Audrey, doesn't know who this love interest is, and then she's known him since they were kids. Or not like known him, but has interacted with him before since they were kids. And then she's like, continues like, oh, I've known you for so long. And then next is like, oh, but I don't know him. I'm so confused. I understand you don't know him, but you know him. You know, there's like a difference. But so far, it's not half bad. I'm really not enjoying it. I don't have a problem with it at the moment, but I'm only 50 pages in, which is like barely anything. So I'm just gonna keep reading. The writing is so small in this, and it's definitely taking me a bit longer to get into it, I will not lie. But hopefully I can finish it today. I'm hoping to read until at least page 100, 150, depending. So at my house sitting house, because I think I forgot to mention that I am now at the place where I'm looking after the animals. Hi, so I am beyond impressed with myself this week. I have just finished reading Break the Fall by Jennifer E. Capelli. I really enjoyed this book. I think it was really great. Just like a trigger warning that there is mentions of sexual assault in here. It is off page, it's not in detail, it's off page, but there is a lot of mention of it, hence the story is actually based around that. And I don't know, I really thought it was really great. I was definitely here for the romance. Just finished reading this. I guess the next step at one point today would be to start The Loneliest Girl in the Universe. At this point in time, I'm actually like beyond like amazed that I actually am able to get to this right now. I didn't think I would actually finish this as quick as what I did, but I did. As I mentioned, like, because I'm so surprised, it means that I did not bring enough reading. But I'll probably end up spending like the rest of the weekend kind of doing some other things. For now, once I've started reading this, if I do end up finishing it, I'm gonna jump into Melleny, which will probably end up taking me a bit longer just because I will be listening to the audio as well. So my reading is dependent on how fast I listen to the audio. But that is for later. For now, I'm just gonna take a quick break and watch an episode of Veronica Mars, because Hulu has the old series, which is something that I've been really wanting to watch, is the old Veronica Mars series, to understand the new one, because I did try and watch the new Veronica Mars, but I was so freaking confused. Hi, so I'm about to head off to bed in a second, but I thought I'd just update you. I've just started reading The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James. I think our main character in this is supposed to be like 15 or something. I'm not actually entirely sure. It has mentioned her age, but not in a very clear, distinctive way. Only 52 pages in. I already have thoughts on this, but I thought I would start this evening so that tomorrow I can read the rest of it, and then that's kind of that's more than enough reading that I've planned for this week. I only planned to read these 2 books next week, so I mean, I guess I'm ahead in some ways. I'm behind in others, if you will. I'll probably tomorrow evening I'll start listening to Illuminate as well. Once I finish this, I'll probably listen to Illuminate, probably like an hour in the evening. I'm just gonna finish my cup of coffee and then I'm heading off to bed. So far this week seems to be the week where I read all the books, which I do not mind. So today is Sunday, so happy last day of the vlog. I've already made myself coffee, as you saw. I'm so happy I figured out that machine yesterday. It makes my life a lot easier knowing that I have genuine real coffee and not the freeze-dried stuff. It just tastes so good. I want to tell you about today's plans. I am possibly grabbing some breakfast with my mamu. She's gonna be in the area because there's a lot of like cute places close to where I am. No licking, no licking. That's so weird. Do you ever like get used to one kind of animal's like way of looking? So like, for example, I'm so used to a cat's tongue, which is a lot more rough than a dog's tongue, and so when dogs lick me, I'm like, yeah, that's so weird. I don't know, it's just like a feeling I have. Like, I don't mind it, it's just a lot different from what I expect. It's like way more slobbier. Continuing with today's plans, once I've had like breakfast or whatever with my mom, I'm probably gonna head back here and read. So what I'm gonna try and do is I want to try and finish the last 2 books that I have that I can actually like physically read, but I only have Illuminate and The Loneliest Girl left to read, so I'm gonna try and finish that today so that this week I can focus on something else. And that also means I only have 3 books left on my TBR for the month. I did start The Loneliest Girl last night. I got 50 pages in. I'm gonna keep reading it this morning. It is going quite quickly, but I can definitely tell it's like a heavy, it's on the heavy side with the writing. As I mentioned last night, I'm not entirely sure about the age. And Illuminate, obviously if I don't finish Illuminate, because I think it's going to take me about 6 hours to listen to the full audiobook and sit and read it. I'm also annotating it with just sticky tabs this time around. I can't think of a better way to read this, honestly. Like, I was thinking about just reading it plainly, and last night I read like a page, because obviously I've read this whole thing, so I know what happens. And I was just like, I actually quite enjoy it with the narration because it's a full cast, it's incredible, it's like a movie is freaking playing out in front of your brain, and you have all of this imagery from the actual book that it's pretty great. It definitely spurs me on, after this, it's definitely going to spur me on to buy Gemini as soon as possible. But as I said, I really want the same edition as this just because it's floppy, it's great, and one day, yes, I would like to own the hardcovers, but that's like a bridge to cross when we get there. Hi, so I am back from breakfast with my mom. I'll put a picture here of what my breakfast looked like. I had an eggs benedict, which was actually quite good. I haven't had eggs benedict with hollandaise sauce in such a long time. But I've also been able to read a little bit. I've read an extra 50-ish pages of The Loneliest Girl. I don't know why I was so nervous to start this. I've been putting this off for years because I was worried about it and that I wasn't going to enjoy it. It's not that I'm loving it. I don't want to give you that impression, but it's definitely enjoyable. It has its moments, but I mean, it's a pretty good read. I'm not going to lie. I'm hoping to finish this off in the next 2 hours or so before lunch. As I said, I really do want to finish it before lunch. Just finished The Loneliest Girl in the Universe, and whoa. What a journey. This is definitely a sci-fi with a dark twist. I was not expecting that ending, or like the majority of the end of the novel. now that I finished this, I'm just gonna take like a computer break because I've been reading a shit ton this week and my brain is like, you must stop. So what I'm gonna do is I have to edit last week's vlog so that can go up tomorrow. Then probably once that is done, I'll start this at some point. I definitely think that these two books, they fit in quite well. They have very similar themes. So I think if you want something like Illuminate but way more calm, way less lengthy and way less like dramatic, I guess, I would go for The Loneliest Girl. I don't know, like I feel like this is a great starting point, and then this is like a great like continuation for like sci-fi with dark twists. So that's all I gotta say. I would really like to finish this tonight, so I'll probably end up staying up late trying to finish this because I feel like this is something that I can read in a day. I just have that feeling that I might be able to do it in one day this time around. But we shall see. It's definitely going to be a lot of sitting down and like listening and reading and annotating and stuff. So it's going to take a while, but I'll keep you up to date on that. It's been a minute. The reading update. I am over halfway with Illuminate. As you can see, I'm doing really well. This is what it's looking like. It's like pretty crazy. Little sticky tabs. My university has come through and have awoken to realizing that they need to cancel classes because the corona is a thing. We had our country's president, do a press thing. She was like, we are in contact and only schools, not universities, will be closing. But our vice chancellor announced on a news platform that Wits will be closing tomorrow, which is my university, and they are going to continue discussions tomorrow. So all contact like things have been cancelled. I was hoping to finish this by the end of today, but I just don't see the chance for that. So over the course of tomorrow, seeing as I don't have class and I have to be here until quite late, I'm going to try and finish this during the day and have this done, which would be great. You know, I don't want to push it because I'm really enjoying it. Once again, I'm loving it. I want to push it because I also broke it up into two and I'm at a really good point where I can stop now. So that's what I'm gonna do.